first thing I see here is a new Gunna picture has surfaced.
I was just talking to you about that earlier. That boy getting skinny.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, that's him right there. I didn't even notice.
Right.
That's crazy.
I said, "Where's Gunna?" I said, "Oh shit, that's him on the goddamn left."
That's funny.
Good for him, bro.
Which is all. Yeah, but niggas is fugazi because I remember when when they first went in and people were saying like, "Yo, the withdrawals really getting to him," and like he was putting on weight and shit, and it's like, I don't know, man. Life be like that. But what? So speaking of Gunna, speaking of a YSL member, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Let's talk about what are your opinions on that? I mean, do you even want to talk about that, the YSL case?
Opinions as far as what, on what aspect?
So I know that we've personally went back and forth a lot on the lyric shit, and as time goes on, I definitely see what you're saying more and more. But yeah, because it's like, well, yeah, actually, well, why are you putting that on songs, right? But I guess it was a debate back in the day, when they first went in, when YSL first went in, where it was like what is that called? The indictment, like the actual report. I don't know what that's called. Like the evidence that the defense attorneys, the prosecution brings up. You know how they like put out like those papers to say like, this is the evidence that we're bringing up against this person. A couple of the key evidence, and just like a few amount, because I know a lot of people try to make it seem like a lot of the shit that the prosecution was pulling from was from lyrics, but it wasn't. It was a lot of it was real life shit, but a few, like a select few pieces were from lyrics, and a lot of people were trying to say that like, well, that shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't be the case. What? Just tell me your stance on that.
So I agree that like if you're saying something generic, like I steal things, that shouldn't be enough to bring you up on burglary charges. You know what I'm saying? But if you say I went to Mr. Johnson's house at 12 p.m., kicked down his door, took his TV, his flat screen, then I took it to the pawn shop on 4th because they don't ask for IDs.
Exactly.
I dropped off the TVs. I got $200 for the TVs each. I spent all that money in cash at the booty club. Then I told the stripper at the booty club, this is how I get down. I hit these licks. I put all that shit on a song. Like, it's like, I feel like it's only circumstantial, but it adds to it. Like, we also got a video of you leaving Mr. Johnson's house. We got witnesses. One of your partners slipped on you. The lyrics is just the icing on top of the cake. Now, if you say, hey, I went to Mr. Fibby's house. Mr. Fibby doesn't exist. I kicked his door down November 4th, 12 p.m. I was on stage somewhere at, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's different.
Yeah.
But if you're literally detailing a crime, what do you expect is going to happen?
Yeah, I think that was the part that I always was going back and forth on until I was kind of just like taking myself outside of being a fan of YSL and sort of just looked at it like from like an objective standpoint, or not objective, but like logical standpoint. Or really, like, if you want to be more empathetic, like think about it from the perspective of one of the I don't know, was it 50, 25 people killed? Yeah, it's like, think of one of their family members where it's like, all right, well, yeah, if, like you're saying, if it's generic, not even so if it's generic, like, but like, let's say it's made up. Like, yeah, that shouldn't deserve you and shouldn't put you in jail, right? Like Slick Rick didn't go to prison for writing a children's story. Absolutely. Like that, it wouldn't make sense for him too, because we all know that that's fictitious. But when it's not even just and this is the part that's a bit where it's like, once I recognize it, it's like, nah, this is ridiculous. if you commit a crime and then you rap about it, that's something that's like, nah,
with
bro. That's
detail. That's what really be fucking
different.
them up is with detail.
Yeah, nah,
Like,
that's I don't know about that one. Like that
Yeah.
one, I don't know if we can forgive that, because that's just a certain level of crazy. You know what I mean?
You just don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about the system. You don't give a fuck about order. You don't give a fuck about just any type of class. You know what I'm saying? So of course you're gonna come at you a certain way about that when they're in these certain positions.
Yeah, that shit's just different, bro. I don't know, but yeah, that after a while, it took me. It definitely took me a while to like sort of step away from like the YSL
Being
lens.
a fanboy.
Yeah, the YSL lens, and being like, you know what? Nah, this actually is pretty wrong. But yeah, nah. So yeah, Gunna's skinny. That's interesting. I mean, I wouldn't really say skinny, but yeah, he's definitely slimmed down.
He looks more in shape, I guess we should say. Is that fair?
Yeah, for sure.